ABS-CBN Sports proudly presents Determination.
Number 6 on a USD error. De La Salle Lady Spikers showing a lot of character, sweeping USD in the finals.
Dominance.
As the defending champions compete in the back-to-back. It is their second back-to-back championship.
Dynasty.
The championship goes to them as La Salle is able to put it away. And the first championship celebration at the Mall of Asia Arena will be the La Salle Championship celebration, the women's volleyball team.
On the brink of history.
And Cruz, Giselle, Patterson right back up, and Abby Morales on.
Oh, what's up?
Oh boy.
Heart.
Goes out, Patterson here. John Morente puts it away. And Ateneo advances.
Strength.
Again for De Jesus.
Unity.
Jesus, sorry. Bernardo to Valdez. And she brings the team back to the final. Almiro trying to get it back, and she does! She gets it back! Dorado, up to De Jesus na naman. Dorado, back to Valdez again! Oh boy!
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Finals. Greatness never ends.
La Salle, ladies and gentlemen, the defending champions, is eyeing a historic fourth straight UAP women's volleyball crown, a feat no team has ever achieved. The Lady Spikers go to the finals with a thrice-to-beat advantage here at the Araneta Coliseum as they swept the 14 assignments in the elimination round. Even more impressive is the fact that they are on a 30-game winning streak. Meanwhile, despite a revamped lineup with only a few holdovers from last season and an injured promising rookie, Ateneo has exceeded all expectations with its third straight trip to the finals. They finished third. They beat Adamson in the stepladder and a dramatic two-game victory or two-match victory over the second seed National University Lady Bulldogs, which sets the stage for game number one of our stepladder finals between the DLSU Lady Spikers, the three-time defending champions, and the three-time finalists, Ateneo de Manila University Lady Eagles, all live here on ABS-CBN Sports and Action, being brought to you by ABS-CBN Sports. And of course, we're live on the Filipino channel, and we are in high definition on Balls HD, channel 167. Alongside my partner, Mozy Ravena, I'm Boom Gonzalez. And of course, we're joined by Ina Ongsiaco, who is representing the defending champions, La Salle, and Selena Dagdag, back for the Ateneo Lady Eagles. Mozy, game number one. There are two important questions to ask. Of course, there are a lot of questions in this series, but the two most important. Rust. Will it play a factor? That rest for La Salle, 18 days without a game. For Ateneo, two physically and emotionally draining matches to get to this stage. Did that take out already a lot from the Lady Eagles?
You know, Boom, to answer your question, to start with, these two teams now, one relying on their steady and the successful volleyball program,
Yes.
which is La Salle. The other one is here because of pure hard work and motivation. So given that, parang you cannot really tell if that will take a toll on either of the team.
Okay.
Right? And remember, si Coach Ramil, for sure, he will be ready.
Okay.
Just like when he was on the first game of this season.
He's always ready. All right, let's talk about the two matches though. Okay, because obviously these two teams have met each other. The first meeting DLSU winning over Ateneo. Let's talk about that. And of course, the overriding theme always is that LaSalle has been able to clamp down on Eliza Valdez.
Well, that is correct. Actually, both of the low scores of Eliza Valdez was in both of the LaSalle game. In the first meeting, she had only 11 points in that game. I say only because she averages about 21 points
Almost
per
22,
game.
that's
right. And in that game, as you can see, easy taking for DLSU once again. You know, from the get-go, from the first game, you could clearly see that LaSalle wants it all the way. And they are here in the finals.
And then we go to the second meeting, which was practically almost the same, not only in terms of how it went in terms of set scores, but also in that defense against one of course, our leading MVP candidate, Eliza Valdez. LaSalle did exactly the same thing to her.
That's right, Boom. Another three-setter for DLSU in this second game. And even scoring less is Ateneo in this game. 3 sets, scoring only 14, 14, and 19. And straight set loss to LaSalle. As you can see, 16 more spikes for DLSU. Pero dito, na-limit nila yung blocking ng LaSalle, which is really good for Ateneo. But the errors is just too much in both of the games for Ateneo.
But in the 2 games, you saw the dominance of the defending champions over this new, revamped, recycled Ateneo Lady Eagles team. All right, we'll talk more about these 2 teams as we are ready for game number 1 when we come back here on ABS-CBN Sports in Action.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Finals. Greatness never ends.
Introducing the protagonists for match number 61 in the Women's Volleyball Finals. The Ateneo Lady Eagles and the De La Salle Lady Spikers.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Finals. Greatness never ends.
Live and direct from the Big Dome, the Araneta Coliseum, which has really welcomed the sport of volleyball with open arms. They are the Mecca of sports and entertainment, and that is the reason why game number 1 of the finals between LaSalle and Ateneo for the 3rd straight year. They meet again, and they happen here, and you're looking at the LaSalle Lady Spikers. We have missed them. They have been gone and have been in action, or inactive actually, for 18 days. Let's talk about this team. No matter what you say, that core that Coach Ramil has is very, very strong and tough to beat.
Yes, and even not the core, kahit yung mga pinapasok ni Coach Ramil, remember coming off the bench, they're very, very good, efficient, and you can count on them. But sabi mo nga, ito talagang very steady kay Coach Ramil tong trio na to.
Abigail Maranyo,
Yup.
Mika Reyes, and of course si Ara Galang. Yan yung mga top 3 na titignan mo. Yan ang bubuhat. Pero naiintindihan ko yung sinasabi mo. LaSalle has always been a chip-in kind of team in terms of everybody here.
That's right, and that's why it's very hard to guard LaSalle. It's very hard to have a defensive pattern for LaSalle. Why? Everybody's a threat. Even Kim Fajardo is a threat. Diba? So,
Yes.
You were asking me a while ago, yung 18-day rest, it could also be good for them because knowing Coach Ramil, they prepare well and well-rested yung mga girls. So it could
Scouted the opponent very well.
And we see them in the venues.
Tama, pinanood nila at in-enjoy nila yung laban ng NU at Ateneo at nakita nila yung mga the strengths and weaknesses of those two teams. Of course, their concern only now is Ateneo, and our very own Ina Ongshako talks to the heart and soul of this team, the captain, Abby Maranyo.
So Abby, now that you and the rest of the Lady Spikers have had 18 days off from playing a game here in the UAAP, is this something positive for the team or ano ba?
Well, of course, you always think positive. Kasi yung 18 days of without game, ano yun parang isang mahabang araw para mag-prepare kami for the championship games. And of course, etong 18 days na to, talagang sobrang inspired yung team and motivated na mag-training kami ng maayos every single day.
Now, given that, how have you been planning or preparing on securing a win for today's game?
Well, of course, we set na mas maganda yung i-perform coming to finals. Of course, mas doblehan, mas magsikap kami this time kasi ito yung talagang pinakahihintay ng bawat isa sa amin na matapos namin ng maayos itong final games namin.
Thank you, Abby, and definitely good luck with today's game. Back to you, Boom and Mosey.
Well, Ina, Mosey, kung ang pagbabatayan natin ay mga bali-balita kung paano nangyayari yung mga practice ng Lasal, parang naglalaro din lang naman sila ng competitive matches here in the UAAP.
That's right. And again, more time to polish.
Yes.
Yun din ang sinasabi ni Abby. So let's see kung ano nga talaga ang nangyari dito sa Lasal after that 18-day break. We will see today.
Pag-usapan naman natin ang kanilang makakalaban ng Ateneo de Manila Lady Eagles when we come back from this short break.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Finals. Greatness never ends. This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Finals. Greatness never ends.
You're watching us live on ABS-CBN Sports in Action. Some people still waiting to get in to the Araneta Coliseum because we are minutes away from Game 1 of the finals between Ateneo and LaSalle in the 76th season of the Women's Volleyball Tournament. Let's talk about the Lady Eagles. Of course, the head of the snake is Eliza Valdez, leading MVP contender. All the superlatives have been used when it comes to her. But can she do it alone? The answer obviously is no. What can Ateneo do then?
Well, what you like about Ateneo now, in the past about 3 games now, she's getting a lot of help from her teammates. You have DLSU helping out, you have Morente, you have even Patnongon in defense, diba? Nakakatulong na rin. So that is a big plus for Eliza Valdez. Remember that in the last 2 games in the eliminations, kaya nga 10 points lang, 10.5 points lang in average niya dun sa games against LaSalle because obviously the defense is on her. As you see the numbers of Eliza Valdez. And look at that. Ang laki ng disparity, di ba? When it's up
Huge.
against LaSalle. So, yeah, she will really, the entire Ateneo squad should really rely on the other spikers also to become threats, di ba? At least dun sa defense ng LaSalle.
As you see, it's not just the points, it's the opportunities to attack that has been cut in half for Baldo. And she had the interview with Selena Dagdag, who represents Ateneo. So let's listen to that interview.
So Eliza, hindi natin inaasahan na ganito kalayo ang mararating natin sa season na ito, no? Pero ngayong nasa finals na tayo, sabihin mo naman sa amin kung ano ang pakiramdam.
Siyempre, sobrang saya nga kasi wala, sabi mo nga hindi inaasahan. Lalong mas masarap yung pakiramdam kasi walang expectation. So, siguro, this game, gagawin lang namin ulit yung usual na ginagawa namin. And makikinig lang kami lagi kay Coach Tay, kay Coach Parley para mas happy din yung team yung resulta na magiging game today.
So Eliza, we know that you have your individual struggles when we go up against LaSalle. How are you planning to cope with that today?
Siguro mas magiging united lang kami as a team. Siguro yun yung kulang namin before nung previous games namin. Masyado kaming na-frustrate and masyadong hindi namin naiisip na there's someone behind us. So siguro mas iisipin namin na yung team and magkaroon kami ng teamwork. Yun lang.
Sige, maraming salamat ulit Eliza, tsaka good luck sa game niya mamaya. Boom and Mosey.
No expectations, no pressure, no problem. Eliza Valdez tugs her whole team to the finals for the third straight year. And we get to it. A man who has seen it and done it all, Coach Ramil De Jesus, and ang ating bagong bisita dito sa UAAP, ang bagong salta na si Coach Tay Bundit. They will go head-to-head, lock horns, LaSalle, Ateneo, when we come back here on ABS-CBN Sports and Action.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Finals. Greatness never ends. This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Finals. Greatness never ends.
Full high definition on Pulse HD Channel 167 and the Filipino Channel worldwide. We now bring you our second Ash Wednesday thriller. Game number 1 in your Season 76 UAAP Women's Volleyball, the finals. Officiating this match, our first referee, Yul Benosa, international referee. Our second referee, Jasper Jimenez, national referee. Now let's meet the starters. First, for the team that has to win 3 to become champions, here are the Ateneo de Manila Lady Eagles. Number 8, Ella De Jesus. Number 16, Amy Ahomiro. Number 12, Gia Morano. Number 1, Ariel Pacomon. Number 3, Michelle Morente. Number 2, team captain, Eliza Valdez. Their libero, number 13, Den Lazaro. And the dancing head coach of the Lady Eagles, Anusor Tay Bundit. And now going for another crown with a Christ to beat advantage. Here are the undefeated 3-time champions, DLSU Lady Spikers. Number 18, Sid Demesilio. Number 9, Kim Fajardo. Number 6, Desiree Cheng. Number 2, team captain, Abby Maranyo. Number 8, Aragana. Number 3, Mika Rex. Filipino, number 5, Don Macandini. And the head coach of the Lady Spikers, multi-title, Ramil De Jesus. It is LaSalle Ateneo, Game 1, the final.
Ramil De Jesus going for his 9th championship. Coach Tay Bundit, who came into the league to work on the skills of the girls to start off. As you look at the starters for both Ateneo and LaSalle, and all of a sudden he finds himself in Thailand, and then he comes back and his team makes a run. 7 straight games. There has not been an Ateneo women's team, Mosey, that has won 7 straight games in its history, and they're making their 3rd finals appearance. On the other side, De La Salle, 30 matches in a row. If they win today and win on Saturday, they go undefeated, 16-0. Nobody has done that either.
You know,
It's unbelievable.
yes, exactly. And then, you know, these two teams, when they first came into the season 76, I'm sure they had one goal, no? They want to go to the championship, definitely. But different realities, Boom, right?
Very true.
Very different. Of course, LaSalle coming in with their successful program. They're disciplined, well-trained, and ready to go all the way. On the other side, ito, a new team after post-Fab 5 and the young squad, and just trying to, you know, give it their best shot.
Right.
And they're both here.
Their Final Four was their expectation, or their goal. They wanted to get to the Final Four for Ateneo. LaSalle, obviously, they wanted to make history with 4 straight titles. Boy, you have to say that we have missed them also on the court. 18 days. But the practices have been legendary. We know that about LaSalle. So you don't expect them to be less focused or less skilled. Siguro may konti pang ang gigil mo siya, no? Baka yun pa nga.
Yun pa yung mas ine-expect in this game. That's right.
Galang. Balik sa LaSalle ang bola. Fajardo to Reyes. 2-0 LaSalle. We welcome them back to UAAP competition. And speaking of, let's go to Ina Ongsiako.
Like what you just said earlier, Boom and Mosey, for what most consider to be a break for the Lady Spikers, Coach Ramil De Jesus and the rest of the team simply consider that 18-day layoff as the opposite. Sabi nga ni Captain Abby Maranyo, mas mahirap ang training namin everyday kesa game. And Coach Ramil says that it's imperative for them to train even harder pag mahaba yung break in between games para daw ma-sustain nila yung kanilang condition pagdating ulit sa game. Now, with respect to Ateneo being their opponent once more in these finals, all Coach Ramil had to say was this: kahit sino man ang kalaban, dapat todong bigay pa rin kami sa training at sa game. Siguro ang masasabi ko lang sa Ateneo ay may momentum sila na baka wala tayo, especially for a team supposedly in transition. Kaya alam mo na gusto talaga nila to. Boom and Mosey?
Well, they have momentum. They're on an emotional high also, Mosey, after those 2 dramatic wins over National U. They get their first point off a service error from LaSalle. LaSalle showing no signs of rust here in set number 1.
And that can also be the flip side for Ateneo, right? That they can, that they're on a roll, right? Hindi pwedeng di pagod. Yun naman yung kabila. No? Tama si Coach Ramil, yung momentum pwedeng nasa kanila. Pero yung question mo kanina, it could be that or could be the other way, di ba? That's why we like seeing them play against each other.
Because they have been riding that emotion. Galang goes down the line. She has perfected that. And it is 5-1 for DLSU as we check in the flip side, sabi mo, Selena Dagdag.
Yes, Boom and Mosey, earlier I was talking to the girls in the dugout after the match and they were telling me that they still couldn't believe they're here. Everything still seems so surreal at hindi silang makapaniwala na naglalaro sila ngayon sa finals. In fact, kinuwento nila sa akin na yung pangarap lang daw nila ng simula ng season ay makapasok sa Final Four. Lalong-lalo na kasi madaming bagong players at bago rin ang coach. So it isn't a mature team yet. So today, the mood in the dugouts is nothing short of jovial as they have achieved what many thought they could not. In addition, they come into today's game without feeling any pressure at all. Their game plan is to just give it their best and have fun. Whatever happens, they remain tremendously grateful for having gone this far, and they keep in mind that today they have nothing to lose and everything to win. In fact, the girls are feeling pretty excited as it's the first Ateneo LaSalle game with Coach Ty around. Boom and Mosey.
It's a good point. Let's listen in.
Strong. Over. Recover. We spiking. Recover. Okay na? Listen very good. That's very good.
Coach, spiking.
Bawi ako. Sige. Hey, number 8 How to attack? Hey, slowly, count.
You saw Coach Tai say number 8, that's
Yes, and
Aragala.
that's Aragala. And yung down the line siguro pinababantayan ni Coach Tai.
Selena made a great point. This is the first time that Coach Tai will be facing LaSalle here in the Philippines. Obviously, he was out of the country dahil nga, para doon sa mga nakakalimot, back-to-back po yung Ateneo LaSalle, di ba?
Yung first and second
Right.
round.
And look at that. Abby Maranyo rejecting Alaiso Valdez emphatically at the net. And it's considered a Betadine block of the set. Betadine 7.5%. Feminine wash for Red Days. It's better to be protected playing on her last year. And she wants to go out on in a bang, obviously. Not with her kabatchmate na sila Michelle Gumabaw anymore. As LaSalle still able to recover here.
You know, Abby also has been the heart and soul of the LaSalle
There's
squad.
no
Definitely
question.
the leader of the back.
Look at the coverage of LaSalle, Mosey. And the recovery on the other side on offense. It's still playable. And LaSalle will get a free ball at 7-1. Fajardo up to Galang. Cross court. Valdez picks it up. Valdez on the other side. Again, the coverage for LaSalle was there. Back set. Cheng. Lazaro keeps it up. Still playable. And Patnongan unable to send it to the other side.
Not enough on the third try.
No signs of rust for the ladies in green as they are up by 7. Babalik po tayo dito sa ABS-CBN Sports in Action. At ma-action na ma-action nga, lalo na sa side ng LaSalle, abante ng 7. 8-1, 18-day rest. You know, I understand why people make a big deal. Even Michelle Gumabaw, who talked to our colleague DJ Manotok, said 2 years ago, if you remember, Mosey, they had the thrice to beat advantage against Ateneo. They rested for 10 days. They lost game number 1.
Yeah.
Michelle Gumabaw said that was a factor in her opinion, that long rest. So you can't blame it when people, you know, point out that 18-day rest for them.
But also, they experienced that already. So I'm sure Coach Ramil knew how to address that problem.
And they look good so far here. And another, this is what Ateneo doesn't need. Violations, cheap violations. When we say that, you know, 3 points kasi yan para sa LaSalle. Abante na sila ng 7 dito. Some really popular volley bells playing tonight. Galang, Reyes, Valdez, of course. All of these players. Maranyo, extremely popular. And now LaSalle getting another free ball. Fajardo chooses Demesilio.
Off-timing yung defense ng Ateneo today, at least at the start of this first set. And LaSalle is just taking advantage of that. In fact, Ateneo is not able to set up.
Not at all. Puro free
Walang
ball.
solid setup eh. Especially that yung full front line nila na with Eliza Valdez there.
That's another hit for Eliza. Now here's another question, and we often hear this in sports, Mosey, as we look at this Owishi-Owa moment of the game, open up to everyday surprises. No expectations, no pressure. To some volleyball observers, they have overachieved considering the situation, the lineup. Now the question is, are they done? Are they happy with that kind of an achievement? Kasi nga, di ba?
Correct.
Wala na eh, parang okay na tayo.
Yan yung mas problem.
Yun na, di ba?
Oo, yan yung mas magiging problem for Ateneo. Because yun yung sinasabi ng ano eh, di ba yun yung sinasabi mo? So is that your mindset? So it's that it? Because if there's an advantage for LaSalle na tries to beat, so dun ba nag-i-end yung goal nyo?
Tama. Human nature din kasi yan na parang you have so much adrenaline from those 2 wins against National University. And then you face LaSalle as Lazaro picks this one up, and another free ball for LaSalle. Up by 8, Demesilio. De Jesus, who has been a factor in the last 3 games for Ateneo. Demesilio again, puts it away.
That's through the blockers of Ateneo.
Let's look at this Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Great play! Mitsubishi Mirage G4 expect more from the small sedan. And the rookie, Desiree Cheng. What about, you know, you come into a program like this and you're undefeated and you're on the verge of a title and you're a rookie.
Right, and she deserves it. She has played so well, so steady.
No doubt.
This season.
No doubt about it. Has played her role to the hilt. Atong si Desiree Cheng. Jesus sent back again. And it really affects the way they attack. And the counter-attack by the captain, Abby Maranyo, strutting her stuff here at the Araneta Coliseum.
And that's what the Thai coach was saying. Yung power, there's no power in the hits of Ateneo.
Gatorade fuel spike of the game. Gatorade win from within. Let's listen in.
Hey, Viking, left line. Huh? Not front, left line, strong. One come, spy. Walk okay. Lead over. Receive very good, spiking. Yeah. Walking cow.
Yun yung sinasabi mo, ano,
Yes.
Mosey, na just to continue on your point, no pressure, no expectation. And anything that happens, whether it's an error, whether it's, is that, okay lang. Parang ganun ba?
And remember, they were able to get here because of hard work and yung will.
No doubt.
It's the connection
No
of
doubt.
yung heart nila and
No
their
doubt.
minds in the game. So, yun nga, if that's the way you think now, medyo mahirap nga talaga. Kasi, di ba, they capitalized on, in fact, di ba, we're always talking about it, on heart.
Yes.
And you were the strong.
Right.
And to enjoy the game at the same time.
At wag rin natin kalimutan, ha? And this is easily overlooked, Mosey, because of how strong LaSalle is and how dominant they've been. And it's easy, even from an individual standpoint, to talk about, you know, the great players in, let's say, basketball, mga LeBron James, or yung mga, these are things that are easily overlooked. When you look at LaSalle, you have to remember they did lose Michelle Gumabaw, Wen's Choose, they're in the team as a team manager now, a player manager. But those are two key players for LaSalle. And even Coach Noel at the start of the season told me that hindi madali, lalo na yung posisyon daw ni Michelle Gumabaw.
Correct, that's
Mabigat yung nawala sa kanila. So wag din natin kakalimutan.
Na nawalan din ng players ng LaSalle and they had to adjust.
And that is a testament to the coaching staff of DLSU.
And the training and the discipline and exactly why Cheng is doing so well and fitting in that loss, diba? So again, credit the coaching staff of LaSalle for that.
You cannot win 8 titles, you know, by not being like that. As Morado with a clean set. That's probably the cleanest reception and set that we've seen so far.
That is right. And on the third side naman, it's really about motivation. Clearly, diba? Of Coach Taibon hit, defying odds. Diba? We were even questioning yung communication problems nga inside. Pero they were able to address that.
Yes. And Demicilio is the one who puts this one away, and the lead has ballooned to 10 for the defending champions. Mga fans ng LaSalle na mamayani dito sa Big Dome dahil abante po dito ng 10. Sir Peter Musi and of course Sir March Ventosa, ang ABS-CBN head ng Narrowcast. Nandito po sa game number 1 of finals between Ateneo and LaSalle. Boom Gonzalez, Mosey Ravena. They go to the back row. Courtesy of Eliza Valdez, who has been effective in that NU series, even from the back row.
And you like that combination play of that back row attack by Eliza Valdez. Maiba lang, di ba, yung rhythm. Because huling-huli ng Lasal so far.
Yes.
Yung mga, what little offense is coming from Ateneo.
Well, speaking of offense, and you mentioned sets, as Morado sets this one to Valdez, who's now in the front line. We talked about Eliza Valdez's dip in production when it comes to Lasal. Morado, her excellent sets were only 8 and 17 against Lasal. And that is huge. When you talk about her excellent sets in the first round, I'll just give you some numbers, Mosey. 21 per game. Second round, 25 per game. Final four, almost 30 excellent sets for Morado per game. And then you go back to that point against LaSalle, only 8 in the first meeting and 17 in the second meeting. What does LaSalle do, really?
So clearly, di ba, they are really affected when it
Yes.
comes to LaSalle games.
Yes.
Because probably, yun na nga, it's a young team.
Pudgy bar, O-bar sa saya, O-bar sa sarap. At hindi aksidente yun, ano, Mosey,
And
talaga.
may connection eh, kasi si Morado, if she cannot set well,
Valdez.
definitely, kay Eliza din, hindi rin niya mapapalo. Katulad yun, yung numbers niya really dip in those two games.
Kasi service pa lang ng Lasal, eh, pahirapan na kagad. Doon pa lang, eh, everything starts from there. So even there, they try to get points from there. That's great adjustment by Valdez. Trying to get a rhythm here are the Ateneans, who are down 7.
Look at this, once again, Eliza Valdez over the blockers. Kanina pa siya going for the push and the tips. But this time successful over the blockers of De La Salle.
Ganun-ganun lang, veterano na rin, ano? I mean, kamakailan lang, nakita natin yung mga aragalang, kapapasok lang, Mika Reyes. As Cheng, a nice cut shot by Cheng.
Nice.
Patnongon getting a point here. Wow, that's a great cut shot by Cheng.
That's right.
Avoiding the antenna, but it was Patnongon who was able to put it away. Perfect set by Morado. At yun yung inihingi ni Coach Tai, ang guluhan.
Kasi nakikita niya na parang walang power yung mga hits ng Ateneans. Kaya nung next time out, sinabi naman niya, okay, right, left, doing a little bit of adjustment.
Gaping hole. The coverage of Ateneo has been suspect here in this first set. Even Coach Tai said himself in that first time out, recovery. This is a high enough ball, Mosey.
Yes. Again, yung tentativeness na we did not see in their last 3 games. Parang medyo may
lumalabas.
nakikita mo dito sa game na to.
And again, another free ball, chance ball for the ladies in green. Unable to put it away. Morado goes back to Eliza. Double block on her, obviously. She will be the target. She angles this one. And Reyes was there. Morado quick. Pagkakataon para sa Lasal, binigay kay Galang. Galang goes down the line again. That's a check ball.
It's a check ball. And Ara Galang trying to go down the line once again. That's why si Coach Tai, napatingin na siya because the first time out, he said, nabantayan nga doon si Ara Galang.
Clearly,
Number 8.
Yes. It is also impressive how they turn defense to offense real quick. Talking about the defending champions. Valdez in the middle. Trying to avoid the block. But somebody touched the net. Actually, labas na yung palo eh. Mosey.
Yep. And it's because also of the triple block given Eliza Valdez. That's why she was trying to get an angle.
Pero may tumama sa net para sa Lasal. Baba sa 7. Ang pinakamalaking abante po natin ay 10. 16-6 kanina. That's a great attack by Galang off Eliza Valdez.
Right. Galang challenging Eliza on that hit.
So she goes back to the service deck with an 8-point lead. Angeles Nathan. AUF standout. Third year here. And look at what the block can do. It really forces you to adjust, sometimes over-adjust.
That's right. And Moretek having an error on that attack.
underhand set. But yes, you know, that is sometimes just pure talent that is able to overcome the incredible blocking at malayo rin naman talaga.
And yeah,
Lasal.
siguro nakikita natin na it's better to give Eliza sets a little bit further away from the net, diba? Because grabe yung blocking na Lasal. It's so there. They're always committed and they give Eliza 2-3 blockers each and every time.
Kaya naman po ang averages ni Eliza, almost 12 points ang ibinababa. Pag Lasal po ang kalaban.
Dapat talaga may distance.
Another free ball. They open up to Demecilio. Nobody in front of her. Morado. Back set. Morente.
Smart move there. Morado giving that back set to Morente.
Now we talk about the dip in production of Eliza against Lasal. This is where your point in the pregame comes to life. Contributions from other players. And you mentioned it specifically, Mosey, in the last 3 games. Adamson and the 2 games against National U. And let's put it in numbers as Fajardo gets a point here.
That was a beautiful dump ball. Look at Fajardo go for it. She looks like she was going to set, but last minute.
Just wonderful extension.
Yep.
Morente in the first round, 4.3 points, did not play in all the games. Second round, almost 7 points. In the last 3 games, Adamson and NU almost 11 points a game. So yun yung sinasabi mo. The same story for De Jesus, the same story for Patnonga.
And that's what they need to do today, especially today.
Desperately.
Yes.
Especially facing a 10-point lead and a set point in set number 1, and it's in the hands of the captain, Abby Marano. That's a good attack from Morente to delay what might be the inevitable here in set number 1.
You know, for Ateneo, you just want to get your groove, your rhythm.
Michelle Morente. And that's another thing, Mosey, that we have to mention. Guys like Morente, Morado, that's their first time in the finals.
It's true.
Will that play a factor as Mika Reyes unable to put it away? De Jesus over the blockers. Demecilio, easy dig. Blocked by Ahumiro. Demecilio, blocked by Morado. Fajardo with a cut shot. Morado chooses the elevator. And they get another point as Marano unable to keep it in play.
And De Jesus, check ball.
They're actually going to call Sorry, Mosey. They were actually going to call a timeout at 24-16. A chance to listen to Coach Ramil, which is rare. So let's listen in.
Hayaan mo muna. Sabi ko sa'yo, i-timing mo muna sa quick bago ka bumato. Ang nangyayari kasi hindi mo na inaantay yung quick natin. Diba? Kaya naididikit ka agad yung blocking eh. So inaabangan ka lang ni Morado. Kaya sinasalo lang yung bola mo. So tingnan mo mabuti, hindi ka pwede pumalo ng ganun lang paano magkalwa ka. Okay, coach.
What's up? Papayag ha? Dito! Hey!
Pakitranslate to Mosey yung sinasabi ni Coach Ramil.
But I guess, pag nakita mo itong first set na to, hindi talaga masyadong nakakaroon ng quick hit.
Sonilo Campo, of course, from National University. Congratulations to him.
Oh, yes.
For winning yung men's volleyball kanina. Si Randy Santiago, nakita namin kanina sa ABS-CBN. Yun ang una-una niya sinabi sa akin kanina.
Yeah.
Pupunta ka ba, Raneta? Dahil excited.
Habit sa border naman talaga.
Yan yung suot niya kanina pa eh. Sa showtime, suot na niya yung green. Yan. Para sumuporta sa Lasal. In the meantime, 3 straight points here for Ateneo.
Correct. And you like that attitude. They're not giving this away.
Ahumiro with the block.
Going back to Coach Ramil's point, hindi kasi sila nakaka-run ng quick plays. Yun ang sinasabi niya kay Kim.
Nevertheless, they pocket set number 1. The defending champions on a 14-game winning streak this year, 30 games all in all, and they take set 1 of game 1 of the finals in the stepladder finals of the 76th season of the UAAP Women's Volleyball Tournament. Magbabalik po kami. Well, De La Salle University shaking off an 18-day layoff from UAAP competitive action with a first set win, 25-17. The numbers, Mosey.
Well, the Lady Spikers having 3 more attack points. But again, in those 2 meetings in the elimination round, yung errors ng Ateneo, yun talaga yung naging problem nila in those 2 meetings. What you like about those numbers also is yung pareho lang ang block points nila. They only had 1 block point each. So, remember, LaSalle is the best blocking team in the tournament.
No doubt. Is it errors, Mosey, that is basically forced by LaSalle?
I remember in one of our games, I was telling you, at LaSalle, that's why they make it look so easy winning, because they force you to commit those errors. So parang freebies na yun for them eh. They just have to work on a few more points to get each and every set.
Cheap points
diba?
nga. Oo nga, tama. Again, obviously the philosophy is if you can get it the easier way, i.e. service, force errors, yung mga ganon,
yun eh.
mas maganda.
Tama kayo. From the service alone, parang offense na kagad, threat na kagad. So, yung defenders, that's why yung presence na LaSalle is very strong.
Yes.
Because in every rotation, in every skill, in
right.
every department, may threat eh.
See, look at that. A missed reception from a loaded, not fast, but a loaded serve from Kim Fajardo for an easy point for LaSalle as we go to Selena Dagdag.
Yes, Boom and Mosey earlier in the huddle, team veterans Ella De Jesus and Amy Ahomiro pointed out that they were playing a little too tensely. What they must do then is just loosen up and relax a little bit more. This set, they gone to make sure that they clear their minds and recover. Coach Shai also said that LaSalle's system is very strong, but they can counter this with stronger and swifter spikes. Coach reminds the girls to take it 1 point at a time and never to hesitate. Dagdag naman ni team captain Eliza Valdez, pagtiyagaan na lang natin to, lalong-lalo na pagdating sa depensa natin at kakayanan rin natin ito. The girls agreed to improve their performance on reception and open up their communication on court. Boom and Mosey.
They really have to work on the reception, Selena, obviously, to set up something because right now, and people who might be watching and probably are newbies to volleyball, Mosey would say, hindi naman ganito yung laro natin against Adamson or NU. And that's the reason why we say, this is what LaSalle does, not only to them, but to teams. You see, against NU, they did the same thing. Remember, the first match, they saw each other. 25-8 was the score of the first set. They have the ability to make teams look inferior talaga.
And remember, this season, the only siguro bump that LaSalle experienced is that 1 set loss against FEU or yung mga little lapses in some sets which they will eventually win, right? So, hindi na makikita mo halos smooth sailing talaga yung LaSalle. It means that they're very well composed. On the other hand naman, we saw Ateneo parang peaking at the right time.
Coming together at the right time.
Coming together at the right time.
Right. Inong Shako joins us from the sidelines. Go ahead, Ina.
Mataas masyado ang tagalunan natin. Boom and Mosey, these were the first words of Coach Ramil De Jesus to the Lady Spikers as they came into the second set. With what he said, he was drawing from all their experiences in the elimination round, especially when they lost some sets. With this, he wanted the girls to stay composed to avoid such set losses. He says, wag masyadong gigil, wag madaliin ang galaw, dapat control tayo, showing full trust in the skills of the Lady Spikers and what they've studied and learned. He continues to say, alam naman nyo kung anong dapat nyong gawin. Kaya dapat controlled and intentional lahat ng galaw nyo ngayon. Boom and Mosey?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, Ina, Mosey, speaking of sets, if I'm not mistaken, they've only dropped 2 sets. One against FEU, and the first set in the second match against National University.
Right.
So that's 14 straight games and only dropping 2 sets on their way to the finals.
So yun yung, ang liit di ba? Yung mga adversities na na-encounter nila. So you can just clearly see how disciplined and yung training that they get.
Look at that blocking, Mosey. It's just, everything's returning.
See, Eliza Valdez has been blocked so many times.
Oh, a rare free ball. Lazaro able to pick it up. They go to Eliza from the back row. And that's it.
Eliza is getting better possession when it's away from the net. So
Wishy-oh moment of the game, open up to everyday surprises. Not the traditional open spiking is what you're saying. Kasi
Bantay na
basa.
bantay eh. Basang-basa. Even the blocking of LaSalle, they take care of the down-the-line hit of Eliza and even the angled hit.
Oo. Patnongon. Makandili, who's also done a spectacular job, by the way, for LaSalle as a libero. Morente is rejected again by Devesilio. And they get into the first technical timeout of set number 2, ahead 8-4. Bumabati po kami ng magandang araw sa lahat ng mga nanonood via the Filipino channel all over the world. And we talked about her earlier, Mosey. We talked about Michelle Gumabaw and her thoughts. And she's in attendance, watching her team right now lead over Ateneo. Betadine block of the set, Betadine 7.5% feminine wash for red days. It's better to be protected. Combination play, a rare one. That's the first time we've seen one from the Lady Eagles, and maybe they need more of that, Mosey.
Correct. And yung mula nung first set, I think LaSalle has really read them so well. So they have to come up with other ways how to score.
This is what Ateneo needs. Not only the combination plays, but points off services.
Mga bonus points.
You're right. And among the remaining teams, well, in the semifinals, because LaSalle wasn't in the semifinals, dahil nag-abang lang sila, Ateneo was the best serving team. Among Adamson, National U, and Ateneo. Denden Lazaro. Good set by Morado. Uy, nasayang na naman, nahawakan.
Net violation against LaSalle. So,
bumabol ng konti.
Correct. Ateneo getting that point. Lucky break there for Ateneo. Oh, nice serve.
Denden, who has done a spectacular job for Ateneo this year. I mean, what she does this whole year for Ateneo, Denden Lazaro, as we look at the Mitsubishi Mirage G4, great play. Mitsubishi Mirage G4, expect more from the small sedan. It doesn't always reflect in terms of numbers, stats, and all of that, but a lot of intangibles from Denden Lazaro. I don't think this team will be where it is without her.
That is so true.
I mean, you didn't say anything for Eliza Valdez, of course, but Denden Lazaro deserves all the credit as a libero.
Especially during the second round.
Yes.
And towards yung game against NU. Really did a magnificent job. And you like what the coaching staff of Ateneo did. Diba siya na lang ang solo, wala na si Beatan. She was their only libero, did not rely on anyone else.
Great recovery by Ateneo here. But Mika Reyes finally getting a point from a Cherifer high spike of the game. Cherifer PGM, the multivitamins, 14s para tangkad sagad. For somebody who had no interest in volleyball, boy, Mika Reyes turned out to be really good. Valdez sent back. Ahumiro trying to find the spot. Reyes, great job by Amy Ahumiro, staying up with Mika Reyes. What about the improvement of Amy Ahumiro this year, Mosey?
Well, Amy Ahumiro really a big help to the team, and look at that hang time. Getting that ball of Mika Reyes, returning it, and getting the point. Especially on defense, diba? Yung improvement niya on defense, how she reads the ball so well. Oh, what a save.
What a job. That's double.
Kimardo, just one smart player.
Diba?
Learning that right away.
Since pumupuri tayo ng mga individual players dito, Macandili, then Lazaro, Amy Aumiro, Kim Fajardo, Mika Reyes kanina. Kim Fajardo, we've said this since her rookie year, Mosey. Talagang parang veterano. Morado. Morado also has that potential to be another kind of Kim Fajardo.
That's so true, Boom.
Above.
And they get a check.
Oh, it's a check. So Ateneo gets the point. Kim Fajardo cannot believe it. Her former teammate back in the USC days.
Yan ang siniseta niya dati no high school.
Kama. Aumiro. Checking out the formation. Maranyo. So that's why she was checking out the formation. Amy has been playing well and serving well mostly in the semifinals.
And that's what they need to do. Get those points off the serve, off the blocks.
No, dumidikit. Itong kailangan natin Medyo dumikit lang to give themselves a chance.
Fighting chance.
Oh, a fighting chance. Aumiro again. Makandili naman ngayon ang hindi nakasalo ng pasa. Or ng serve, rather. And Ateneo takes over the lead. 12-11. Courtesy of some free points from the service deck. Coach Tai Bundit hindi pa nauupo dito, Mosey. On the heels of a 7-game winning streak. Great blocking there. Oh, somebody touched it. But Norman knew it. But Norman admitted. Sayang, ano?
Sayang na sayang yung point na yun. Again, those unforced errors. You don't want them happening in this match. Ateneo has to be careful with those unforced errors.
Kim Fajardo also has a really good serve. On deck right now, Valdez. Sid Demecilio pops it right back up. And a free ball. Mika Reyes, too casual. Too casual on that.
But anyway, she was thinking too much. Ang dami niya gustong gawin, but in the end, naubusan.
Alam mo, Mosey, alam ko matangkad siya, pero even she comes up with a laugh. 13-12, Ateneo is ahead. Some reception errors here from the LaSalle side, which leads to better play here for Ateneo. Morente, naunahan yung block.
Again, that's what Coach Tai said. Kailangan fast because para you surprise the blockers. Wala pa yung blockers. Kailangan mabilis yung palo natin.
Great point. Biggest lead of the game para sa Ateneo. Fudgy bar, O-bar sa saya, O-bar sa sarap.
Yung pagkapantayan kagad. Nag-unahan kayo pumeso sa block. At pag tumaas yung bola, nagmamadali kayo. Ang dami nating unforced error. Ha? Kalimutan lahat yun. Bawi kagad. Huwag natin dali sa loob yung mga mali natin. Bawi kagad tayo. Pinapapon lang talaga. Hayaan nyo tumalong muna.
Alay Tenorio.
Enjoying
husband and wife are here. Congratulations, Iban.
Finally.
Nakikita ko yung mga picture ng mga anak nila. In the meantime, Morado serving. Again, misreceived, and a free ball will go to Ateneo. A chance to increase this lead. It is at 2. Sinayang.
Once again. Diba yung unforced errors na sayang, and the first ball was really close to the net.
Mika Reyes serving. 14 for Ateneo, 13 for DLSU. Misreceived. Morente sends it over. Chance ball for LaSalle. Quick. And Maranyo saw the spot even before she jumped.
That's right. And the smart move once again by the captain. As you can see, Maranyo here on the be quick. Hindi na kinailangan paluin pa ng malakas. Just putting it in the right spot.
14 all. Loaded serve.
Much muscle.
Valdez will go to the service deck. Welcome to our live and exclusive coverage on ABS-CBN Sports in Action. Magandang hapon po muli sa inyong lahat. Valdez serving. I saw a little confusion there. Morente, no blocker in front of her, and they get the lead at 2, and they enter the technical timeout for the first time with the lead. Ravenna in attendance, the Intal brothers. Congratulations to Ateneo still for making the finals, but as Chris Newsom is here. But props to National University for defending their title in the men's volleyball competition. Yes. What a job.
And yung recovery, no, the former last year's MVP natin, Peter Torres,
yes.
Really, that's what they really needed.
Oh, yeah.
And he came up with really good games in the last 2 games.
At the right time.
At the right time.
Uy, at tatlo na tong abante ng Ateneo. 17-14, Desiree Cheng, and an easy ball for Lazaro. De Jesus through the block. It's still playable, and they underhand it to Galang. Off speed.
Galang, again, off speed lang, and was able to get that point.
Appetit, great play. Appetit weight gain, clinically proven to help gain weight healthily. Nandito, kalituhan si Morado.
Right.
And Morente, if I'm not mistaken, in that play. Lazaro, inihatid yung bola kay Morado. Morente is blocked. This time they saw it coming.
And Lasal was just too ready for that hit of Morente. Look at them. They're all there. Even the coverage was there.
The lead is down to 1. Back to Morente. What about Morado? You got blocked?
Yes.
I'll go back to you.
Well, that's what you want in your center. Even Kim Fajardo does that. Pag nagkakamali yung spiker niya, would give it back, and she wants, ganun na setter eh. You want to regain yung composure ng setter mo eh, ng spiker mo after an error.
Especially a rookie. By the way, we listened into Coach Ramil's timeout earlier, Mosey, harping about unforced errors. They have 8 in this set.
Yeah, yun ang napapansin nga niya eh. Yung difference in this set, and it's an overreaching violation called against Maranyo in that last play.
That means a 3-point lead is restored to the Lady Eagles, who have had an incredible run this year, 7 straight wins, peaking at the right time, beating the number 2 team, who had the twice-to-beat advantage. First time also in women's volleyball and stepladder that has happened. A lot of firsts.
Yep.
And Ateneo.
They really defied a lot of
odds. Yes, they did. Now that's in. Misilio, the quiet worker for LaSalle.
One of the heroes to me, personally. She's really played so well this season.
Denden easily gives it to Morado. Morente. Galang able to keep it up, not turn pa into offense. And then they send it back on a counter-attack. It's a net block by Morente.
That didn't go over, so LaSalle gets another point.
Ateneo, though, looks a little more relaxed here in set number 2. Mosey. The lead, though, is down to 1. 18 serving 19. Morado opens up to De Jesus. Nobody home. And a facial on Desiree Cheng.
De Jesus on that down-the-line hit straight to Desiree Cheng as we take a look at it once again. Look at her go.
Was it off? It was off the shoulder. Off the shoulder. Off the shoulder. At saka nag-check ng konti rin eh. Kaya rin naiba yung position ni Desiree Cheng, no? Open up to Demicilio. Maranyo all alone. Puts it away.
They're just blocker for Maranyo. Cannot with that running hit.
Well, Gatorade fueled spike of the game. Gatorade win from within. The captain back on deck. 20 for Ateneo, 19 for LaSalle. Back row hit. Maraño pops it right back. De Jesus goes up. Free ball. De Jesus angles it. It's a chance for LaSalle to tie here. Reyes finding a spot.
And you knew she wanted to go that way, that corner. Look at Reyes. Look at her angle that body and go for that hit.
Coach Tai calling a timeout at 20 all. The intensity is picked up here. Ateneo has a chance to tie this set.
Happy. You can play. You good play. Yes, left and right. It is okay, it is very good. Meditation. Ella, come here. Ella, here. Back low.
Congratulations to Coach Dante Alin Sunurin.
Coach Dante ba yun?
Oh, Dati chores na, tapos na eh. Tapos na yung trabaho.
Ayun na. Nag-aalaga. Yung tunay niyang trabaho.
Oo, ito talaga yung number one ano niya. Day job na to.
Oh, yan. Congratulations.
Congratulations to
What a job.
the NU Bulldogs.
Back-to-back. Back-to-back titles. Hey, what a good timeout by Coach Tai Bunde. He has a knack
Yes,
of
you
calling
mentioned that.
timeouts at the right time and has an effect on the other team. So the lead is with Ateneo once again, 21-20. Oh, this is going to be a free ball for Ateneo. Ahomiro!
And look at the wind-up of Amy on that quick hit.
In diagonal, Mosi.
Yes, exactly what Coach Tai said.
Iniiwas kay Mika Reyes. Spectacular hit for Amy Ahomiro. 22-20 for Ateneo.
Okay, then sa dapat pwestuhan. Okay? So, tingnan muna natin yung ganyan. Pagka isang resibo na tayo, Kim, dalawa spiker mo, ha? Tingnan mabuti. Dito.
Let's go naman! Hey!
Maximize ang gitna, maximize.
And after Coach Tai calls his timeout, they get 2 straight points at a crucial time also, ano?
Very, very crucial.
We have
Yung
to...
Ateneo wasn't able to hold on to their lead a while ago.
Right.
At ito na naman, another 2-point lead for Ateneo.
Remember, Ateneo's not only won against LaSalle this season, they have not taken a set of LaSalle this season, and this is the closest they've gotten. And they have a chance here, but LaSalle able to stop the bleeding.
Cecilio once again on the tail end of that point, reading the ball well.
Ateneo, though, has Eliza Valdez back at the front line and are 3 points away from this set. Let's see what happens. This is the crucial part, the receive. Ahomiro tips it over, not good enough. Galang, diagonal. Den was there, they open up to Valdez. Sent back, Lazaro again for recovery. Morente on the other side, too low. And we are tied once again.
I like the idea of Marano, but yun na nga, medyo poor execution on Morente on that last play. But wala sanang blocker for LaSalle.
Nakabang lahat kay Baldo eh.
Yes.
This is what a championship match is all about. 22 all. That's in.
And that was over the blockers of LaSalle. That was Mika Reyes and Kim Fajardo.
Let's look at this angle. Was looking like it was going out, but just right in that corner. Coach Tai tumingin, and then he's happy. 23-22, Ahomiro back serving again. Ito yung nagpahirap sa kanila. Ito yung nagpahirap sa kanila. And we are at set point for Ateneo on the verge of taking a set off LaSalle for the very first time this year and making a match out of this.
That's correct.
This is not done yet.
Oh, he sends it
Nerves.
to the net.
Nerves. If you're not affected, you are not human. regardless of whether you're serving or you're watching on TV or you're watching here at the Big Dome. 23 serving 24. LaSalle looking to come back. Morado underhands it to Valdez. Valdez. Nope. Cheng nalito. Ibinigay. Lazaro is there. Chance for LaSalle. Reyes. It is out. It is out. San Ateneo takes one from LaSalle.
That's right. Too much angle on that hit by Mika Reyes.
And we have a game.
Definitely.
We have a championship match on our hands. For the first time, Ateneo takes a set of LaSalle, and it happens in the finals. Big for the confidence of the Blue Eagles, Mosey.
Definitely, and look at that. Coach Tai, very happy.
We'll be back. Nagbabalik po ang UAAP Women's Volleyball Tournament. Tablahan na po tayo dito sa game number 1 ng finals between LaSalle and Ateneo, Mosey.
And look at this, low outputs for both squads. LaSalle even having one more attack point. But look at the block points of LaSalle. 6 block points, pero yung errors nga na kanina pa sinasabi ni Coach Ramil, napakadami for LaSalle.
That's 5 more.
Yep.
11-6. But we're a brand new set now, and we have a brand new match. What did Ateneo do well, though, to take that set, Mosey?
Well, for one, they took advantage of the errors of LaSalle.
Yes.
So, hindi katulad on the first set, sila yun eh. Sila yung maraming errors. And they weren't able to take advantage. And also to set up plays, in fact. So this time, they were able to set up plays. They had better sets away from the net.
And it wasn't all Eliza.
Yes.
It wasn't all Eliza.
And they were converted.
2-0. DLSU. Little bump on the road for them. Let's see how they respond here in set number 3. Kim Fajardo serving. Leading candidate for best setter, you think?
Oh, pwede.
Diba?
But that's right into the net.
Sorry about that. It usually happens.
Oo. Kahit kay Anton, kahit kay Elmer.
Broadcaster's jinx. Girl who's been serving well for Ateneo. Ateneo with that first point. Jesus sends it to the other side. Oh, this time.
Yes, that's right. And Coach Ramil trying to look at the girls on the box. Oh, in the box. And natin.
So point going to Ateneo. Remember, LaSalle has been so dominant in women's volleyball, not only this year, but also you consider the 30 straight matches
30.
that they've won. That's an incredible achievement for LaSalle. And right now, the main goal is to do something no other team has done in women's volleyball, to win 4 straight titles. They're in the lead 3-2.
Oh!
Nahanap ba? Is it in?
Noman gets the spot.
Let's go to Ina Ongsiako from the LaSalle side.
Like I said earlier, Blue and Mosey, that second set loss was exactly what Coach Ramil de Jesus was trying to avoid. He attributes that loss to the lack of composure and the late regain of composure. In fact, he says, ito'y dahil sa dami nating unforced errors na di natin binawi agad. Trying to encourage the lady spikers to really want this and to regain their composure, he tells them, wala tayo sa sarili. Hinahayaan yung lumakas kalaban nyo. Tuloy nawawala kayo ng loob. Kumpiyansa lang sa sarili. Ako, may tiwala ako sa inyo. Kayo, may tiwala ba kayo sa sarili nyo at sa isa't isa? Boom and Mosey.
Thank you very much. Ina Ongsiako as Ateneo ties this game for all. Punta naman tayo sa kabila kay Selena Dagdag naman.
You have power and they have no power. These were the words that kicked off this set's huddle, and these were the words which made the girls laugh earlier. This was, of course, also Coach Tai's way of motivating the girls and cheering them up. Now, Coach Tai also spent a considerable time with the huddle, demonstrating how the girls must block, spike, and receive. He encourages the girls to go back to their basics, especially during trying times. Huling paalala naman ni Coach Parley, alalahanin nyo kung saan nyo dapat ilagay ang bola. Pahirapan nyo sila para di nila madaling may babalik ito. Boom and Mosey.
Salamat Selena, of course, yung binabanggit ng Coach Parley, assistant coach.
Who took care of matters in the almost all of the first round games. Oo, nung nawala si Coach Tai.
Great defense by both teams here. Morente through the block.
That was through the two blockers of Lasal. And you like how Morente would challenge as you see that Patongon swipe
On Desiree Cheng. And then the through ball by Michelle Morente, the rookie. Remember, for those who don't know or have forgotten, LaSalle has a thrice-to-beat advantage here because of the sweep of the elimination round. So,
which means?
Yeah, Ateneo. Kumbaga parang best of five,
best of five.
nakauna na.
Yan yung pinakamadaling scenario na
maintindihan.
Oo.
Kasi yan ang incentive po
ng sweep.
Ng kanilang pagdomina dito sa women's volleyball. Morente, off speed, buhay pa. Ganda na depensa ng LaSalle. They are able to pick it up. Morado chooses Morente again through the block. Desiree Cheng pops it up. She asks for the ball. It's too close to the net.
Boy, look at Desiree Cheng. Look at the effort of Desiree Cheng.
Is that the fault of Fajardo?
Yes, it was overset.
Masyado malapit. Tumama na nga yata na antena, Mosey, ano? I think it already hit the antena.
Yes.
Yes.
And then see Desiree Cheng was just trying to save that ball.
We've seen LaSalle face and get over adversity before. So let's see how they deal with this now. Another sequence, a scrambling sequence for both teams.
Both teams are trying to outsmart each other.
Cruz, by the way, has replaced the Makandili dun sa kanilang
libero.
Morente, mababa na naman ng palo. And Asal down by 2, and Coach Ramil is looking at the veteran Mika Esperanza to replace Desiree Cheng, and Alex Stan will come in to replace Kim Fajardo. Mosey, your thoughts on this one?
Well, kanina pa ina-expect actually na si Coach Ramil would change up, especially dun sa setting. Siguro gusto niya lang i-stabilize things that are going on inside.
And of course, Mika Esperanza has experience in the finals with DLSU. Back set, Morente, Cruz, Esperanza.
Oh, free ball now, given to him.
Miscommunication. Jesus, checked. It will be, I think it's a net ball. A net block, no?
Oh yeah, 4 touches. So net block. Tinawag was Esperanza serves again.
I know Coach Ramil has a very tight rotation for his players, but you always have to be ready with him. It's out.
Oh, Anthony asking for a check. No go, says our second referee.
And the first referee says, I'm only going to talk to Eliza Valdez here.
Yeah.
And it's tied at 7-all. We have the benefit of the replay if we caught that. But LaSalle gets the point, and they've tied here. 7-all. Looking to overtake. What a substitution. Mika Esperanza serving very well.
Yan yung sinasabi mo nga, you have to be ready because si Coach Ramil would adjust, di ba? Right away.
Yeah. And it's the finals. You really have to be ready.
Right.
Kahit sino ka pa, no? Morente. Through the block. Gets to the technical timeout first. 8-7 for Ateneo. Dito po tayo sa Araneta Coliseum para po sa game number 1 ng finals. Batiin din natin lahat ng mga nanonood sa atin sa iba't ibang probinsya, Mosey, no?
Oh yes, oo. Dami talaga sa Davao na nanonood sa atin.
Nueva Ecija.
Yep. Bacolod, Iloilo.
Bacolod. Ngayon, sa ibang parte ng mundo, Dubai, nanonood. Maraming salamat. El Salvador.
Wow, UAE.
UAE. Maraming salamat. Thank you. In the meantime, abante ng isa, make that 2 for Ateneo. Was that Ella De Jesus?
Yep,
for the
was
block?
solid block there on the running hit of Abby Maraño.
Betadine block of the set. Betadine 7.5% feminine wash. For red days, it's better to be protected. You know, I said this in that match against FEU when LaSalle lost the first set, or lost a first set in the season. And talking to Coach Noel after, and they said, we were glad it happened.
Yes.
We were due for a loss in terms of a set.
Correct.
Kasi dun sila
So much
tatala.
pressure eh.
Tsaka parang it will help you refocus, will help you sharpen your game. Now we're going to see that here kasi this is a little bit of an adversity. They're down 3. How will LaSalle respond? They are a 3-time championship team with an 8-time champion coach. Let's see how they recover here.
Partner, another solid block from Ella De Jesus a while ago.
Regalo!
Amy Ahomiro with that gift, taking it.
And the Lady Spikers call timeout.
Inaabangan ka lang naman eh. Pag nakita pumalo ka na, tsaka lang pumatalon. Eh, tapos yun eh. Hindi lahat ang papalino mabablock. Cover tayo. Ayun yan. Pumapalo si Abby, nakaganyan lang tayo, nanonood lang tayo. Okay. Ayun yan. Kaya yung mga 4 na minuto na yan. Ano yan? Face to one. Nakakareceive tayo.
This is also where Abby Maraño will come into play, Mosey. She's done it all year for LaSalle in times where they have a little bit of a hitch.
Yep.
Siya yung talagang glue of this team.
Makikita mo eh, di ba? Talagang she would lead them through, siguro by talking and even by example.
Abangan natin yan, ha? In the meantime, Patnongon was taking over the starting duties here with Coach Tai. Serving. A chance for Ateneo. Back set to Morente.
I really like that last play. Morado giving it back to Morente. She scores her, I think, 12th point of the game already.
Mitsubishi Mirage G4, great play. Mitsubishi Mirage G4. Expect more from the small sedan. We'll check the numbers just to be sure for Michelle Morente. So it is 12. What is happening to LaSalle here, Mosey, from a volleyball standpoint? What do you see? We're right here in front of them. What is happening to them?
It's the finals. Unlike the game against FEU, that they were able to recover right away after a set loss.
Right.
Ito, because it's a different stage now.
Right.
It's the finals and dito mo makikita paano yung recovery nila after a lost set.
Right,
diba?
right. Cruz pops it right back up. Esperanza. Off the bench, Alex Stan able to put it away to cut the lead down to 5.
And remember, si Alex Stan has also been yung parang spark plug for Coach Ramil in so many games.
You're right, you're right.
So let's see if once again she would be that spark plug today.
Back set to Morente.
Again, no blockers.
Nagulat ba? Second ball, Morado back to the rookie. Building her confidence. Lazaro, umikot sa kabila kay De Jesus, and the door is closed.
And this is why si Morado has been giving it to Morente. Because as you can see, when she gives it to De Jesus, andyan na the tall Tan and Mika Reyes right away kay De Jesus, to a smaller Ella De Jesus. So percentage-wise, kay Morente talaga niya ibibigay.
Ahomiro has been successful also here.
But when you have a good first ball, that's what happens. And Ahomiro gets that point off the quick hit.
Abby Maraño telling her team to settle down. Settle down. Morente, the rookie, thrust into the spotlight, the big lights of the Big Dome. Sharp serve. Received well. Tan again. Morente digging. De Mesilio unable to put it away. Lazaro on the other side. Chance for LaSalle here. De Mesilio through the block.
Mesilio this time, getting that point.
Lead is down to 4. A wishy oh wow moment of the game, open up to everyday surprises. The silent operator in between the block, putting it away.
Give half that point to Esperanza for that beautiful set.
What a spark for at least not yet the spark because they haven't really taken over, but she's giving quality minutes here to LaSalle. But so is this girl, Amy Almiro from the service and a few points at the net.
Once again, ito yung mga kailangan natin yung variables that they really need, and it's happening right now. That's why Ateneo's at the lead by 5 points.
We are tied 1 set all. Esperanza. 16-10, Ateneo's in the lead. Let's see what Coach Romil does when we come back from this technical timeout. Matindi din po ang labanan ng mga squads dito, mga fans ng Ateneo at LaSalle.
Yan, mga dating volleyball players, Joey Abellana, Jerry Alejandro, Andy Naniagas, volleyball players ng mid-70s. Why naman na tayo niyan?
Oh, wow!
And then, joke lang po, and they're also enjoying, syempre, no, back-to-back Ateneo squads ba kanina, but of course, the Ateneo men's team losing to NU. Now you have the women's team against De La Salle.
Coach Romil off that technical timeout has not changed his lineup. And now, Almiro gives them a 7-point lead. This is the biggest lead of Ateneo. LaSalle's biggest lead was a 10 in set number 1. DLSU serving. Tan. Now the confidence of Ateneo has risen.
So true. And you like that spot between Cruz and Temesillo. Look at this open hit by Eliza Valdez. Through the blockers at the right spot.
You know, I remember talking to Abby Maraño and, saying, because NU, let's put it this way, Moji, against Ateneo, they crumbled in the pressure. They were twice to beat. They had pressure on their shoulders, and they crumbled in the pressure. In this matchup, in the finals, LaSalle obviously nasa kanila yung pressure. And Abby Maraño and the rest of LaSalle would always say, but we thrive on pressure.
Tama naman
We
yun.
thrive.
Totoo.
But right now, the pressure is really building for LaSalle.
Isa-isayin lang natin. Unahin natin sa receive. Ganyan. Kaya magmamadali sa atake. Kasi madali yung atake, tingnan lang natin kung saan pwede mag-try. Wala. Kaya baka nakita nyo, kumover tayo. Huwag natin kakalimutan kumover si natin. Dahil sa pag-block, i-organize natin yung block. Hanapin natin kung paano maliligaw yung gitna. Tapos sa'yo kung bitawan yung blocking si Papa, cover na naman. Kailangan mo rin naman. Huwag natin yan sa depensa. Si Papa, bigin na sa block.
Coach Romil trying to compose the girls. No, he's not pressing any panic buttons. He's just recomposing and reminding them of important things.
And we go back to your point about Abby Maraño saying that they thrive on pressure. So you don't need to add more pressure because ano na to this is how they play and they know what to do. Oh, what a spot for Ella De Jesus right in the corner. Talagang corner pocket kung sa bilyar, diba?
It doesn't hurt that you get a little lucky too, ano?
Yep.
It doesn't hurt, I guess, for Ateneo. The best example of that pressure thing, Mosey, was last year.
Yes.
They were down 2 sets, remember? They were down 2 sets. They came back and won the championship, but this is an 11-point lead. Mosey, the biggest lead of either team in this match today.
And sometimes the worst enemy of yung ganito, yung ready for pressure team, yung team rin na wala namang ka-pressure at all. Diba? They're just too happy that they're here.
Very loose and a free ball for Ateneo. Morado chooses Valdez. And she is checked by her former teammate, Kim Fajardo. And that's why Kim Fajardo is also a great player because she's a great setter and she can block for LaSalle.
And she reads the opponent really well.
Very smart player for LaSalle and a great server too. Ahumiro, rejected by Mika Reyes. Mika Reyes has been quiet, huh?
And then this is what LaSalle has to do. Even, let's say Mika Reyes, she doesn't have let's say an offensive day, she can start with defense. Again, you have to start with the basics. Just go back to defense first, especially yung blocking that LaSalle. Oh.
Just when I say that she was a great server, well, she is, no matter what.
Yes.
She commits an error there. Mika Reyes, just to check the numbers, has 7 points in this match. 3 points away from set number 3.
And more importantly, Boom, they need Mika Reyes defensively.
Yes.
So, kailangan dun siya talaga bumawi.
You know, the reception of LaSalle looked like how Ateneo was receiving in set number 1.
That's right.
Parang
May
nagkabaliktaran.
tentative
Parang ano?
movements inside.
The captain, Maranyo, is back. Mika Reyes on deck. This is not a done deal. Pero malaki tatrabaho ng LaSalle dito. 9 points. Mika. Oh, wait a minute. No.
Let's see.
Kasi pwedeng habulin yun, no, Mosey?
Correct. Yes. As long as dumadaan yung opponent dun sa
And Aragalan did not appreciate that
blue area.
from Coach Tai Bundit. Kasi pwede pang habulin ng ano yun.
No violations called?
Walang warning,
violation
no nothing?
called? Oh,
Okay.
no nothing.
So we play on. Maranyo's check. And right now, Ateneo is at set point in set number 3. What a turn of events here from a dominating set number 1 by LaSalle.
Correct. Again, and it was a question of how they will address that second set loss.
Oh,
And so
tama,
far,
tama.
ito yung nangyayari sa LaSalle. Still playable.
Morente with a cut shot. Galang. Uy, inalalayan niya yun. Back set, Morente. Sa kabila pumunta.
And
it's
she
a
gets
point.
it.
Well, last year they were faced with a 2-set deficit. Let's see what LaSalle does this year as Ateneo surges ahead in game number 1, 2-1. The Araneta Coliseum is the venue for the finals of the UAAP Women's Volleyball Tournament. Nagbabalik po tayo dito sa Araneta Coliseum. And we are done with 3 sets. Ateneo down 1 set. Takes sets number 2 and 3. Break it down for us, Mosey.
Well, in this set, nagulat tayong lahat because it was a low output for LaSalle. Really something new to all of us in this season because unang-una, di ba, hindi naman sila masyadong natatalo ng sets. Pero 13 points in the set, talagang very new to us. So, dito yung again, the question I posed a while ago, yung ano ba yung reaction ng LaSalle? As you can see, the 4 attack points only in that set. And pero meron 3 block points each. And even the unforced errors, you can see it very close. It was just really that Ateneo, they really looked dominant in that 3rd set. And LaSalle, parang umahabol lang. Tama ka doon sa observation mo na may mga movements silang tentative that we didn't see in their games. So let's see how they will address that. Kung ano ba yung mga gagawin ni adjustments ni Coach Ramil, which alam naman natin, talagang si Coach Ramil hanggat hindi niya nasusolve yung problem, he will just keep on adjusting.
What does this do to the psyche of both teams?
Well, confidence definitely will go Ateneo's way after that 3rd set win. But LaSalle, they have been at this situation for so many times and have risen up, diba? And has defied adversities. So, I don't expect them na ganun-ganun lang ibibigay nila sa Ateneo yung game. So they will really fight it out. And once again, you know, they're gunning for their four-peat, diba?
This is not a team that easily gets rattled, talking about LaSalle. And then, that's credit to LaSalle. And then credit to Ateneo. This is a team that has shown some character also towards the end of this season by coming back against Adamson.
Yes.
And by coming
Mga
back
sets,
against
diba?
ADMU, yeah. So both teams have showed some great comeback abilities and adjusting abilities. And we'll see here in set number 4. We go to Selena Dagdag.
Yes, Boom and Mosey, the recent sets have shown the girls what a proper mindset can do with their performance on court. And this is precisely the reason why during the first few seconds of the huddle, the girls spent it meditating. Coach Tai said it is very important for them to remember that it is important for them to think that they can and that they will win. The girls agreed that today is not just a battle of physical strength, but of their mentality as well. So although the recent sets have been coming together in their favor, Coach tells the team to clear their mindsets of the recent plays and focus on the situation at hand. The veterans also reminded the team na talagang gustong bumawi ang Lasal, kaya dapat huwag na nilang payagang lumamang ito. Boom and Mosey.
Maraming salamat. Finals really, at this stage, the mental part kind of takes over from the physical part already.
Right. Correct. Kasi Ateneo, medyo pagod na rin yan in all of those really close games, especially the ones against NU. Pero at the same time, pwede mo rin sabihin na nandun pa rin nga, they're on a roll, nandun yung momentum. Lasal naman on the other side, pwede naman din dun long layoff na makaka-affect sa kanila. But rested naman sila, fresh legs for yung sa players ni Coach Ramil. Pero yung mental part is the more important part. Kasi yun na nga how will Coach Ramil adjust and the girls themselves adjust after losing 2 sets?
Okay, let's get a report from the other side. Ina Ongsiako.
Needless to say, Boo and Mosey, this is the first time this season that the Lady Spikers has lost 2 sets in a row in 1 game. That is why coming into the 4th set, rather than making some more adjustments, Coach Ramil De Jesus simply asked the girls, tapos na ba ang laban? And they replied, no, Coach. That's why he said, wala kayong pride sa loob, nalilimutan nyo na sarili nyo. Laban lang kasi, di pa tapos to, kaya nyo to. In the end, Captain Abby Marano simply turned to her teammates and said, wag nating isipin kung ano kaya nilang gawin, kundi isipin natin kung ano pa kaya nating gawin. May puso tayo. Tingnan natin yan. Boom and Mosey.
Maraming salamat, Ina Ongsiako, reporting for Lasal. This match now, Ateneo takes over the lead, 5, serving 4, courtesy of the service ace of Eliza Valdez. Fudgy bar, O-bar, sasaya, O-bar, sasarap. Desiree, practically a free ball for the Lady Eagles. Morente, set back.
Oh. It's her head, but that goes out. Kung inside yun, pwede yun.
I'm trying to look, Mosey, at the body language of both teams here and facial expressions. We often see that, and sometimes you can tell where the game is going to go or how the game is going by just looking at that.
Oh, and that goes out again. A lot of errors coming from Lasal at the service line. Yun ang bago nating nakikita dito sa Lady Archers.
Six serving 5. Is it human nature for a team to relax when you have a thrice to beat advantage?
Well, it's probably yung collection of ang tagal na layoff. Well, let's look at this block.
Oh, Betadine block of the set. 7.5. Betadine 7.5% feminine wash for red days. It's better to be protected.
Well, once again, yun siguro di ba yung collection ng layoff. Tapos, yung game experience mo, ang tagal mong walang game. And you go up against a new Ateneo squad. Di ba?
8-5 is the score. We will be back. We are greeting you from the Araneta Coliseum for game number 1 of the finals between Ateneo and Lasal. Lasal and Ateneo, the defending champs, 3-time defending champions. De Lasal, as we look at Robbie
Your
Domingo.
friend.
Robbie Domingo, Gretchen Ho, who was in the finals for 2 years, but unable to get over the Lasal hump the last 2 years. The odds stacked up against her school, her team this year, as Lasal has a thrice to beat advantage, and it's looking that they're probably going to need that if this is continuing its theme right now. But this is only 2 points.
Yes, in Desiree Cheng, good angle on that last play. They can, yun lang yung kailangan ng just get back to how they play the game.
Yes, yes. Oh, wow. What a save by Denden and DLSU. Demecilio, what a smart move by Sin Demecilio.
Very simple volleyball there. Sin Demecilio, just so effective, di ba?
One of the unsung heroes of LaSalle.
Very true.
LaSalle has got, I know we always say it will depend on Abby Maraño and how she leads this team, but it's also going to be a collective effort now to get back in this match. Because there's also a little luck on the side of Ateneo right now. Even those plays are working for them.
That's right. Amy Ahomiro with this barely touching the ball, but still was able to get that point.
9-7.
Off timing kasi.
Don't want to distract the players with flashes from the cameras. Joust. Liza goes to Ella. And you hear Tai Bundin. While Ella went up, she goes, Tai Bundin shouts, Ella strong.
Right.
Ulumusot pa dun sa block. Mitsubishi Mirage G4, great play. Mitsubishi Mirage G4, expect more from the small sedan.
And she really took it strong, challenging the blockers of LaSalle.
Demecilio again, rejected.
This time, Ahomiro reading that well. And si Demecilio went the other way naman eh. She went for another angle. She didn't go down, she was going down the line.
We have a timeout, let's listen to Coach Ramil.
Diba? Aggressive tayo sila rin. Sobrang aggressive tayo sila rin. Maging aggressive tayo sa defense, sa floor defense. Then pag-block na sa loob kagad yung kamay. Hindi natin pwede itaas lang. Tumatalsik lang yung bola eh. Isa't isa yung ginagawa ng apat. O tinaas, papaluin ng malaka. Okay? So ganun lang. Sige, tsaka pa. Kaya natin yan. Nakalimutan ko na eh. Maximize mo yan.
Cha Cruz, Celine Hernandez are obviously not happy with what's going on right here. For LaSalle being down 4 and down a set. But again, a thrice to beat advantage by the defending champions. In this match though, we're still waiting for a major adjustment from them.
Right. Hindi nga, no, baliktad ang nangyayari. Tama si kanina sabi nga sa atin ni Ina that si Coach Ramil sabi niya hindi na siya mag-a-adjust. Instead, she's talking to the girls, asking them if, tapos na ba? Because I think it's going down to the will,
right.
How you want to win this one.
Right. There was also a question, as we look at Coach Tai there celebrating. There's also a question, Moji, prior to this game, prior to this match. Does Ateneo believe that they can actually beat LaSalle? Because it starts from there.
I think, eto yon. This is a very important game for both teams.
Yes.
For both teams.
Right.
It will sort of dictate the things to come. Not necessarily who will win.
Yes.
But at least alam mo kung ano yung fight that they will give each other.
Right. Coach Ramil is looking at his bench again as DLSU. That's a low set. Oh no! It's a check ball apparently. Coach Ramil, umaangal, sabi niya mababa. I thought it was low. Mosey, what do you think? Let's see.
Take a look at this once again.
Oh,
tumama naman.
it's a check ball.
Over the net.
Right call by the first referee. He had a better angle than anybody else in this Coliseum. Galang, who has also been quiet here.
Because LaSalle is not able to set up, boom. Hindi masyadong magaganda yung first balls nila. That's why they're not able to set up.
A 6-point lead in set number 4. And guess what? Mary Joy Baron coming in for Abby Maraño. Abby Maraño moves out again. I go back to the conversation with Michelle Gumabal saying 10-day break 2 years ago, they lost game number 1. They won the championship, obviously, after. But she said, she believed, remember,
That
she is...
That it affected
them. This is an 18-day layoff. So maybe. Maybe.
Coach Ramil sending it Maranyo. That was a quick stint there.
Coach Tai has forced Coach Ramil
Yes.
to get out of his game plan, ano?
That's right. That's true.
In the meantime, Demicilio tries to continue to fight. He is doing her best.
And look at Demicilio. It's basic volleyball. She's just trying to look for the open spots. Diba? No spectacular plays or no parang trying hard hits.
And no panic in her face,
Yes.
si Sid Demicilio. Rado to Valdez. Oh!
That's no check there. Masyadong mataas yun. And no spin on that ball. And it's Eliza who is, again, sort of struggling in this game.
Hindi na lang, yung mga teammates niya, Morente,
Yun talaga.
Ahumiro, and that has been the difference the last 3 games. Rado, Ahumiro nakahanap na naman. And they get to the second technical timeout ahead by 6. LaSalle in a quandary. Ahumiro with 6 points in this match. Coach Oliver Almagro of the men's volleyball team.
The very emotional Coach Oliver. Pero alam mo, overachieving, di ba, ADMU men's team.
Congratulations to them for their final stint. And congratulations muli to National University for back-to-back titles in the men's volleyball finals. In the meantime, Ahumiro serving 16-10.
Poor coverage there on that last play on the side of Ateneo.
Kim Fajardo, Sid Demicilio, Cheng, Maranyo, Galang, and Cruz for LaSalle.
Oh, but yes, this time hindi na niya challenge yung triple block in front of her. Went for that swipe.
Macandili marches back as the libero of LaSalle. Uishi wow moment of the game. Open up to everyday surprises. Just to recap, Ateneo has to overcome a thrice-to-beat advantage. LaSalle only needs to win twice here in the finals. Galang sent back by Valdez. Back to Galang on the other side. Lazaro was there to dig. Back set to Morente. Morente off the blockers.
And Morente getting that off the block point. Si Galang from side to side na yung ginawa niyang offense nun.
Galing na nga nung ginawa ni Coach Ramil, pero naibalik pa rin. Fudgy bar, O-bar sa saya. O-bar sa sarap. And Gia Morado, rather. Serving and getting a free point.
Si Coach Tai. Padami na ng padami ang dance moves ni Coach Tai, ha?
Let's listen in to Coach Ramil. They're down 8 here in game number 1.
Guys, hindi ba pwedeng isipin natin kung ano yung mga maling ginawa natin? Move on. Tapos na yun eh. Kailangan dito karakter. Kung ano yung personality, kailangan lalabas na dito. Hindi ba pwedeng ganyan? Lumisip tayo ng tama. Hindi ba pwedeng isa, dalawa, uno sa kalaban, sa atin isa lang. O tatlo sa kalaban, isa sa atin. Hindi pwedeng ganun. Isip lang tayo, tsaga lang tayo. Kaya pa natin habulin yan. Okay? Go, 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 go!
Kapit na tayo laban! Hey!
Yan na, lumalabas na nga yung pinag-uusapan natin kanina, yung character, yung attitude, o yung how you want this one, the will to win this one. And bago kasi ito sa LaSalle, kaya nga kanina tinatanong, sinasabi ko rin sa inyo, paano ba sila mag-a-adjust? Kasi bago yung dalawang straight losses nga sa set. So, iniintay natin yung adjustment ng LaSalle. But you also like how si Coach Ramil is handling it. Kasi pinapamanage niya sa girls eh. He's saying na you have to have that attitude, that character. Kailangan lumabas.
Valdez. Lazaro able to keep it in play.
What a save!
Fans appreciating the action. Galang. De Jesus diving. The set to Valdez on the other side. The tip by Demesilio. Galang. Bumalik ang bola. Cheng for the free ball for Ateneo. Morado chooses Morente. Binalik lang ng bola. Valdez sa kabila. Longest rally of the match. Demesilio. Sorry, Fajardo to Galang.
No check. So let's see.
Referee checking.
Nigel saying that there's a check.
They're looking, and they're conferring with the linesman and the second referee. Let's look at this from our angle, Mosey.
So point
Check
goes to
ball.
Lasal. Check is called, and you think it's the right call.
That's the right call. And a crucial one, too.
Yes, very crucial.
Mabigat yun. Maranyo getting the troops together. Mika Reyes is back in the match. And she will serve. Talking about Abby Maranyo, down 7. LaSalle, 30-match winning streak. 14 this year. And they dropped a couple of sets to Ateneo. Maranyo for coverage. Galang looking for a spot. Lazaro was there. Oh, nobody home.
Oh, nobody there on the open hit. Si Eliza pumapunta pala.
Yeah, Morado in the error. Coach Tai deliberating whether he will call a timeout. He looks at the score. It's 19-13. He's looking at the formation of LaSalle, and then, you know, he has this thing about waiting till the last second. You've noticed this, right, Mosey? So let's listen in.
Give me one more point. Running, Monte. Happy, you very good. Bye. Power, biking. Let's play.
Bakit?
F1, back.
Just to break it down for our audience, 24 errors on LaSalle in this match so far. Mosey, what do you think about that number?
Again, you don't usually see that in a LaSalle game. So, baka nga naka-affect yung 18-day break. But again, you know LaSalle, they will just bounce back. But this is not over yet.
Not over at all. Especially, they've given away, talking about Ateneo, they've given away points here.
That's right, freebies to LaSalle, and you can't do that to a champion team.
LaSalle getting a little bit of momentum here. It is down 5. Abigail Maranyo, the captain, 14 serving 19. Good serve. Morado forced to underhand this one. Morente through the block, but Fajardo was there. Cheng goes to Galang, puts it away.
And this is what they need. Si Galang kanina yung offense niya has been not so strong, but this time a strong spike coming from Galang.
Suzuki drive for the win play of the game. Suzuki Swift Desire. All your desires make contact from Suzuki Way of Life. Down to 4.
Speaking of Suzuki, I want to say hello to their president, Hiroshi Suzuki, and their general manager, Shuzo Hoshigura.
Maraming salamat. For tuning in, I'm sure.
Sir Jack, hello din. Yeah, we're watching volleyball. Alam mo, ang magugulat ka who watches volleyball. Even yung mga nasa office, they really take time out.
May mga nag-tweet nga na
mga PBA players, no? They're really into volleyball.
Marami rin nagsasabi na hindi na sila mag-overtime dahil hindi nila mapanood yun.
Lagot.
So, a timeout by Coach Tai produces a point for Eliza Valdez, a share for ice spike of the game, share for PGM, the multivitamins for teens, para tangkad sagad. Balik sa 5 ang Abante. Balik ang bola sa Lasal. Galang swings it to the other side.
Oh, Morado!
Nobody home.
Yup. Bit late for that second ball. Medyo nag-crisscross yung pag-approach niya sa bola. That's why it took time.
Aragalan now. 16 serving 20. Lasal trying to chase. Oh!
That goes in.
Did you see the drop of
Yes.
that serve?
Very nice serve coming from Aragala.
Finally, Aragala comes up with a smile. I haven't seen her smile in 2 sets. Again, we're observing body language patterns here and facial expressions. Galang usually smiles. Good serve again. Good set. And a high ball for Lasal to play with here. Demecilio. The lead is 3. Back set to Morente. Sent back. Lazaro keeps it in play. Oh, Mika Reyes unable to put it away. They go to DLSU on the other side. This is still playable. Lazaro sends it to Morente. Sent back and then back again. What a crazy sequence. And Demecilio puts it away.
And it ends with a down-the-line hit by Demecilio.
What a point. What effort by the girls from
That's
2
right.
schools.
By both teams.
They are showing this audience here that everything is worth the price of admission today here at the Big Dome.
Definitely.
Sulit na sulit.
Oh, and what? Oh, that goes out. So, mukhang, that was really close, huh? That was really close.
Oh, yeah. Maybe the shadow, the ball.
Lucky break there. This is a good read by Lazaro to send it, to let it go.
That was Lasal chasing. The lead is back to 3. Naibaba ng Lasal sa 2. Demecilio. Morado. De Jesus. Coverage was there. Morado back set to Morente. That's a net block.
That's right.
Good variety by Morado, but Michelle Morente unable to get it over the net. So this lead is down to 2, yes.
And also Mika Reyes was already there taking care of the block. Nababasa rin ng Lasal na si Morado is giving it, pag binigay sa left, and then she will give it to the right side. So, kailangan din mag-vary na naman ng konti. Ateneo naman ang kailangan mag-adjust at this point.
Morente. Off the block. Gets another point. 22-19. 3 points away.
Just like the spunk of this girl. Just like an Ella de Jesus once again. Eh, yung talagang, pag tumaas lang yung bola, papaluin eh. It will really challenge.
Parang
kahit sino pa yung nasa kabila eh.
Parang si Galang nung rookie.
Yes, exactly.
Galang was a rookie. Walang pakialam yan. Talagang she would swipe at that ball. Oh, and again, the most consistent Lasalian so far in this match, Mosey, is Sid Demecilio.
Definitely so. And Demecilio once again scoring on that down-the-line hit.
What a match for Demecilio. She's fighting her way back here. The lead is 2. 20 serving 22. Reyes. Lazaro. Morado. De Jesus.
Chance for Lasal to score.
They go to Demecilio. Coverage was there. They tip it to the other side for a free ball. Fajardo goes back to Sid. De Jesus. Ahumiro. Inabot ni Maranyo. And a free ball. What will Ateneo do? Morado goes to De Jesus again. Another long rally here. Demecilio na naman. Lazaro back to Ella. Ella sent back. Morente keeps it alive.
Oh,
what? Free ball.
What a long rally, boom.
They go back up to Sid.
Oh! Let's see. Lasal asking for a check. No check. And that goes long for Sid.
Sid Demecilio, you can't falter, Mosey. She's been trying so hard.
So hard.
16 points for her. But the lead is with Ateneo 23, serving 20. Reyes moves out for De La Salle.
And see Camille Cruz come in.
Nervous times here at the Araneta Coliseum. Regalo! Back to Sid. Sent back to the other side. A chance for Ahumiro.
Amy once again.
They put Ateneo at match point on the verge of a monumental game-winning upset. trying to break a 30-game winning streak of LaSalle and to tie the series practically if they win. DLSU with the serve. 24-20, and it's a free ball for Ateneo with Valdez in the front line. And they go to her. And she puts it away, no!
Oh, and it's a point for Ateneo, and Ateneo gets first blood.
And practically in this series, Mosey, we are tied.
Yes.
We are tied.
Yes. Now, parang ano na to? Best of 3.
Best of 3.
Best of 3 lumalabas.
And Ateneo breaks the 30-match winning streak and the 14-game winning streak this year of LaSalle. Their own winning streak, Mosey, goes to 8. And Eliza Valdez, the captain, puts it away for them. But this is why you have a 3-game, thrice to beat advantage for LaSalle. They have another chance, couple of chances as we take a break and wrap this baby up. Back here at the Araneta Coliseum as Ateneo continues its run here in season 76 of the UAAP, and they buck a first set loss to win the next 3 sets to practically tie this series. And Mosey, now we are on a, let's just say, even playing field with both these teams 1-1 in our series. RCBC life-changing move, RCBC Savings Banks, My Loans, it's life-changing.
Well, you know, this already happened to LaSalle, remember? And
2 years ago.
Yeah, and they just bounced back.
And they won the championship.
That is correct. So, itong Ateneo on a roll, really having an amazing run. And ang importante dito is Ateneo to have the momentum with them at wag nang ibigay sa LaSalle. But LaSalle, that's very hard with LaSalle. You know that they are so disciplined, they are so composed that you are so sure that they will just bounce back.
Three-time defending champions,
Yes.
I don't think it's going to be easy to say that they won't bounce back. And it only makes us look forward to the next game of this series. All right, in the meantime, our Gatorade Fueled Player of the Game, Gatorade Win from Within, your choice, Mozi.
Ang hirap. It was so hard.
Yes.
You had a very good game coming from Amy Ahomiro, but today our star is with Selena Dagdag, Morente.
Michelle Morente, let's go.
Yes, Michelle, no words can describe how great a feat you guys have achieved today, having won over the undefeated LaSalle. Michelle, ikwento mo naman sa amin kung ano ang pakiramdam.
Sobrang saya kasi yung hard work na ginagawa namin sa training, sobrang nag-pay off. Kaya, thank ko rin si God na binigay niya sa amin to. Sobrang thankful talaga ako.
So, Michelle, napakaganda rin ang performance na nakita namin sa'yo ngayong araw na ito. Pero sa tingin mo, ano ba ang nagpanalo sa inyo ngayon?
Yung heart strong nga sabi ni Coach Tai, talagang kumapit kami. As in, hindi talaga kami bitaw. As in, nag-work kami as a team.
Michelle, meron ka bang gustong batiin?
Ay, yung mga relatives ko, Pinamemindoro, yung parents ko, si ate, tsaka mga friends ko from Jasams, yung coach ko dati nung high school, hi Sir Heron, tsaka yung po.
Congratulations ulit, Michelle. Maraming salamat. There you have it. Boom and Mozi, our Gatorade Fueled Player of the Game.
4 points in the first round, 7 points in the second round, 11 points in the semifinals, and she jacks up her production to 17 in this final series. And we're taking a break, and then we'll have more of the post-game wrap-up here in the UAAP after these. We're back with you here at the Araneta Coliseum. Coach Tai Bundit, the first time coach with his celebratory jig.
Victory dance.
Which is pretty much happens throughout the game, actually. But you can't blame him for being happy. This is an incredible achievement in itself. It's not done yet, Mozi, obviously, but in itself, to take it individually, it's an achievement for them, especially with the circumstances. It's an upset.
Yes,
there's no doubt about it. Right?
You really just love the way Ateneo is looking as a team, and how they were able to spread the offense, not limiting it to Eliza Valdez in this game. Ang ganda. And the game plan, you can see the game. Sabi mo nga medyo parang it's about motivation on their side, but you can also see that they somehow know how to get the points and how to beat LaSalle, at least in this game.
And to me as a volleyball fan, it will only make the next game more enticing to watch, because you want to see how LaSalle's going to bounce back. And you know Coach Ramil.
Yes.
You know that he's going to do something and adjust for game number 2. Technically, this is game number 2 pa rin, for the women's volleyball finals. But now they're on even field. As we say, both Ateneo and LaSalle now just need to win 2 games, both of them. This will be after our awarding ceremonies, which happens at 3:30. Of course, our MVP, Best Libero, all the other awards, Best Scorer, Best Receiver, Best Server, all of these awards will be given out. This is Saturday here at the Big Dome, Araneta Coliseum, for game number 2. And then 4 p.m., the Lady Eagles and the Lady Spikers engage. Again, your final thoughts, Mozi.
Well, tama ka. It will be a more exciting game. Expect the adjustments coming from Ramil De Jesus. On the other side, expect more motivation coming from Coach Tai Bundit. But it's really going to be an all-out game for both Ateneo and LaSalle. on Saturday.
There's another thing that you can expect more people. More people.
Naku, hirap tickets!
More people on Saturday. Congratulations to NU men's volleyball team for winning the title. And we'll see you all on Saturday for Mosey Ravena, Selena Dagdag, Inong Shaco, Direct Abit Ramos, and everybody from ABS-CBN Sports. I'm Boom Gonzalez saying so long from the Araneta Coliseum. Game number 2 happens here Saturday, 4 p.m. on ABS-CBN Sports and Action.
This is the UAAP Season 76 Women's Volleyball Finals. Greatness never ends. The following has been a special presentation of ABS-CBN Sports.